friends, and welcome to the Weekly Roundup, where we discuss just a tiny fraction of all the insanity that takes place in the world each week. Our top story today: mystery envelops the crypto world as 3 crypto luminaries die within a few short weeks of one another. You know, it's weird. We had the whole FTX bankruptcy thing, and then there was all that talk of a central bank digital currency, and now this. It's like random chaos is just so perfectly serendipitous sometimes. 53-year-old Russian billionaire Vyacheslav Taran is the latest victim in the string of deaths, perishing in a helicopter crash in Monaco. Oddly, the crash took place in perfect weather after another passenger canceled last minute. This happened just a week after Tian Kullander, 30-year-old co-founder of Singapore's trading platform for virtual currencies known as the Amber Group, passed away in his sleep. Now, even stranger than that is the death of Nikolai Mushegan. Just hours after tweeting that he believed Israeli and American security agencies were planning to murder him, the co-founder of MakerDAO, a crypto lending network, was apparently discovered dead in a lake in Puerto Rico. His final tweet read, "CIA and Mossad and Pedo Elite are running some kind of sex trafficking entrapment blackmail ring out of Puerto Rico and Caribbean islands. They are going to frame me with a laptop planted by my ex-girlfriend who was a spy. They will torture me to death." As much as some have moved on with all the hustle and bustle of the Yuletide season, many individuals are still perplexed and wondering what all of this means for the crypto business, which is notoriously unpredictable. Honestly, it's the unpredictability that makes me so uncomfortable. Let's move on to the predictable stories that we can rely on. Sam Brinton, a non-binary nuclear waste official, gets fired after being caught red-handed stealing luggage. That's more like it. Brinton, who was appointed to his former position in June, was caught on surveillance cameras making off with a $320 bag from the Las Vegas Harry Reid International Airport's baggage claim area, a bag that contained more than $3,500 worth of jewelry, clothing, and makeup, according to police. Oh, okay, so it turns out that his clothing choices actually have nothing to do with his non-binary status. He's just wearing whatever the he finds in the luggage he steals. Speaking of confused men, 6'9" WNBA player Brittney Griner was freed from Russian prison this week after a high-profile prison swap with Russian arms dealer Viktor Bout. Bout was the world's most notorious arms dealer in the 1990s and early 2000s. He was serving a 25-year prison sentence in Illinois before being freed as part of the US-Russia swap. You know, a lot of people are angry that she was traded for such a dangerous, high-profile criminal. But come on, guys, she's just a dainty, innocent woman. Just a feeble 6'9" woman with a flat chest who also happens to be a lesbian and, you know, was charged with domestic abuse back in 2015 for punching her girlfriend in the face. All beautiful feminine qualities that we must guard with our lives. Growing Pains actor Kirk is banned from hosting readings of his children's Christian book at more than 50 publicly funded libraries, despite most hosting drag queen story times for kids. When asked for a statement, one library responded, "The only flood story we'll be teaching in this library is the one caused by Cardi B's wet-ass p." No, that didn't actually happen. But this did. According to a new study, those who skipped out on their COVID-19 vaccines are at an increased risk of traffic crashes. Come on now, the vaccinated are just as likely as the unvaccinated to get into car accidents. They just don't usually let the passengers drive the short bus. Staying off the roads isn't the only way team encephalitis is keeping us safe. States are now allowing people to ban themselves from owning a firearm. The first of its kind law was the brainchild of Democrat State Senator Jamie Peterson. Several years ago, a pair of law professors approached him with the idea of allowing people to voluntarily give up their gun rights. The basic pitch was, hey, if you give people the power to do this, then folks who know they're suffering from some sort of mental illness, when they do have a break and do harm themselves, would be empowered to prevent that by getting firearms away from them in advance. Do you really think the best way to help the mentally ill is to get them to fill out government paperwork? Hello? Good evening, ma'am. I'm calling from the county clerk's office. I was just holding those drugs for a friend. That's not the nature of this call, ma'am. I'm calling in regard to your voluntary waiver of firearm rights and revocation form. Okay. I see here that the name on your form does not match the name in our system. Well, I changed it after my domestic abuse case. That's fine, ma'am. You'll need to fill out a T648 form in order to update your information. Okay, well, where can I get that from? You can print the forms online once you fill out an OPA 24B8 to register with our web service. I'm sorry, I gotta fill out a form to fill out another form? Yes, ma'am. You can visit the clerk's office between the hours of 11:15 and 11:25 a.m. to collect the form. It's a really short window. Yes, ma'am. Once you collect the forms from the clerk's office, you'll have to fill them out in black pen and have them notarized. After you filed a petition with the district court and pay the $203 fee, you can return the forms to the— Okay, you know what? Just stop. It's just easier if I get a gun and kill myself. The world's first AI supermodel is a black woman, but her creator is a white man who reaps all the profit. And so begins the origin story of virtual oppression. Also, I can't keep up. Are we calling these things men again? Speaking of origin stories, an 11,000-year-old carving of a man holding his penis is the oldest known depiction of a narrative scene. He must have watched the part of AOC's new documentary where she lectures him on the perils of climate change. A documentary about climate change featuring AOC was just released in 120 theaters across the US. Guess how much it made? It made just $80 per theater. 80 bucks! That means there were like 5 ticket sales per theater. And honestly, I bet half of them were AOC. I guess that's just what happens when all of your followers are on Social Security. We can all hope that this colossal failure will shut AOC up for good, but I ain't counting on it, cause a leopard never changes its spots. Alright guys, I have once again forgotten to film my sign off, so if you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out some of these other videos from my channel. I will see you all next Friday for the next weekly roundup. Okay, bye, I love you.